talk about my travels to Houston, Texas 2 weeks ago. I had the awesome opportunity to travel to Houston, Texas. Now, I went there for some business, but how many know that I could not leave without mixing a little business in with a little pleasure? That's just what I did. Now, I know you might say Houston, Texas, for my travelers, that's just in Texas. But for my novice travelers who've never really experienced outside of their home state or home city, this video just might be for you. So I went to Houston, Texas a couple of weeks ago, and I had an awesome opportunity to just enjoy the city. What I did realize being in Houston is that Houston is definitely a business city. People coming, people going, all either doing business or coming into the city to do business. It is definitely a business city. But shout out to my Lyft drivers and my Uber drivers who gave me some awesome recommendations of some places that I should go check out while I'm there. Now, I'm not going to list all of the places that I check out, but I'm going to list the top 3 things that I did that I felt like were highlights to me. So let's get to it, right to it. Let's talk about it. One of the recommendations that I received was going to the 8th Wonder Brewery. Now, I'm not a beer drinker by no sort. I never really cared for it, but it came highly recommended. So I was like, well, why not? You know, every Lyft driver I have, every Uber driver I have tells me that I should go check out this place. So I did. I went in, and as soon as I walked in, I was greeted with warm smiles, and I was greeted with just a warm atmosphere. It was people in there laughing, joking, enjoying, and having a great time. As I approached the counter, you know, the bartenders, shout out to them. I don't remember your names. I'm so sorry. But shout out to the bartenders that were there that day because they made it easy for me. Now, again, I'm not a beer drinker. And as he began to ask me questions about myself, he asked me, you know, do you like beer? And I was like, no. He said, have you tried? I said, yes. I never really got into it. And then he began to ask me things that I like. What do I like to drink? If I do drink, where do I like to go? What are the things that I'm interested in? And as I began to tell him those things, he began to recommend some things for me to try. Now, I was able to sample a lot of different beers. And I think I've come to the realization that I may be just a little bit like sours, but I'm still not sold just yet. But the experience was awesome. The bartenders were knowledgeable, and they gave me their best recommendations. So I had an amazing time. While I had no knowledge of beer, they were very well in educating me on how they make their beer, how things are made, what brings the taste that I was enjoying and indulging in. It was just an awesome experience. So for my beer drinkers, or if you're new to the city of Houston and you want to just try something out, I do recommend that you go check out the 8th Wonder Brewery. Now, after that, I decided to mosey right along because we wasn't far from the Astros baseball stadium. Good thing we weren't because, again, another recommendation of the Uber driver, Bun B was in the city. For those who know music, Bun B was releasing his hat for the Astros that's called Stro, and the line was ridiculous. However, I was able to go over to the Minute Maid Stadium to check him out. Excuse me. So that was another awesome experience, recommendation of Uber driver, and to check out the Minute Maid Stadium as well. We were able to see a lot of the city. The city is absolutely beautiful, especially at night. We were able to enjoy it and have a grand old time. Now, for you who know me in real life, you know that I have been saying that I need to get to Houston to test out the turkey leg hut. I knew without a shadow of a doubt that when I got to Houston, that was going to be on my to-do list to go. So I was saying to myself, because I follow them on social media, and I just know that looking at their videos, the lines can get extremely long. I mean, up to 2-3 hour waits. So I'm like, how can I plan this to be able to still go and enjoy and be back in time to do all the other things that I had on my list to do for the evening? I was ecstatic about going. I get in my Uber, I head over to the Turkey Leg Hut, and again, more recommendations of places that we should try, things that we should go. I get to the Turkey Leg Hut, and I said to myself, wow, There was no wait for us. It was just a couple of us who went over to take a look at it. Now, there were people waiting, and mind you, it was really packed for our daytime. But we were able to get in, be seated, and be served. Shout out to our server, Erin. She was very knowledgeable, very welcoming. She showed us what the top faves were in the city, and she told us what she thought that recommended what we should try. And of course, I took the turkey leg cut with the crawfish mac and cheese. Oh, amazing. I mean, it was so delicious to my soul. Pictures and more information about that is definitely on my blog. So if you get a chance, don't forget to make sure that you check out my blog. So I'll put those deets as well in the details of this video. But it was an awesome experience. We had an amazing time. The energy was good. The atmosphere was right. Music was bumping. Everybody was just chilling, having a great time. And then at the end of the day, we left with the surprise of our lifetime, because we were sitting there ready to pay our bills, ready to go ahead and get back into the Uber to get back to our room for the evening, and we're waiting. And I'm like, oh God, what didn't happen? And my friend is saying, I know I got money on the card. Why is it taking her so long to cash us out? Whatever happens in the sort. And then the manager approaches. Now, I believe, this is just me, that every time I go on a trip somewhere, I don't care whether it's international or domestic, I always have a takeaway experience that blesses my soul. It never fails. And so this, again, was one of those takeaway experiences that blessed my soul. The manager comes to the table to say, hey, there's a guy who wants to remain anonymous in the building today, was looking for someone. He loved the energy coming from the table, and he has decided to just take care of your bill today. Wow, like, I don't have to pay nothing. Like, he took care of everything. And he wanted to remain anonymous. So shout out to the anonymous guy who paid for the table's bill, not just my bill or my friend's bill or the others at the table. Took care of the entire table. That was an ultimate cap to a beautiful experience at the Turkey Leg Hut. And I'm sure that when I'm back in Houston, I will be back to the Turkey Leg Hut. As the night began to end, we wanted to enjoy just a nice night of lounging, maybe have a couple of drinks and just enjoy the company of all those who were gathered. So we hit this spot. Now, again, recommendations. The Lyft and Uber drivers had recommendations out this world, from Boots and Shoots to Caleb's and a couple of other places they thought would be really good for us to try out. But we ended our night at Ontario's Bar and Grill. I will tell you off top, shout out to Mr. George, the owner of Ontario's Bar and Grill. He made our night exceptional. We had a great time. The atmosphere was great. The music was blasted and enjoyable. People were just lounging and having a great time. And I am sure to know that we will be back to Ontario's when we come back to Houston. So if you're looking for a good night out on the town, maybe you just want to get your honey or your friends together, your girls, or just have a good time with a good space with some good people and good music, good drinks, and good food, I recommend Ontario's Bar and Grill. We had an exceptional time. And at the end of the day, we will definitely be back to Houston. Like I said, again, Houston is definitely a business city, but my go-tos in Houston was definitely the Eighth Wonder Brewery. I love the experience. I just love customer service. I'm big on that. And I'm big on someone who's inundatingly adequate about making sure I have a good experience as much as they have a good experience as well, and telling me the things that they enjoy. So it was absolutely, hands down, a great experience in Houston. So if you're looking for something to do for my novice travelers and you haven't just braced into the international arena just yet, maybe you'll take up a couple of days in Houston just to explore the city and have a good time. Now, don't forget that you should subscribe for more of these videos. That subscribe button is located down there somewhere, and make sure that you leave me a comment. Maybe you've been to Houston and there's some places in Houston that I didn't go to but you think that are amazing and maybe I should check out. List them below. If you have some faves in Houston and you've been to Houston before, list them below. I would love to hear, because I would love to definitely check them out. Till next time, guys, follow me on Instagram, subscribe to my YouTube, and make sure not to forget that you should be notified. Love you all. Happy travels.